Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in this week, guys. Welcome back to this week's new episode on Niger 90 Sports. If you're new to this channel, my name is Bibi. I'm the host, and I'm living currently in Germany. This is where you are hearing the pods from, and this postcard is this pods is all about Niger gist, Niger's new news, and what to watch and what to expect on Nigeria's latest news and gossip. What has been going on in Nigeria and also around the world, guys. And yeah, if you're new to my channel, go and subscribe to my channel. Go and subscribe. Go and help your girl out. Turn on the notification, comment and like also, and check out also my social media platform so you can also don't miss out on every new week's episode. Go and check also out the new launch video that I post on YouTube. You can find the link on every episode and also on my channel. Yeah, guys, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in this week. Welcome back. I hope you've been good, guys. I have had a crazy week, like always. Work has been whooping my ass. And my dating life has been meow. Like it's been silencer. If I tell you, say my dating life is silencer, it's very silencer. Because why the heck the last time I went on a date, it's been like up to 2 months ago, and I'm actually writing with the guy. We're still talking, okay? We're still talking. We are still chatting and everything. But it's just crazy. Guys, it's just crazy to meet up. It's just been insane, you know. He works, I work a long time, and he's not even living in my same area like me. Also, I think that's the issue. Also, it's very crazy. It's not like, you know, sometimes you just be like, oh, you have someone that is actually living in the same area as you can just meet up after work, go for a drink, go for, you know, a little bit of straw or something like that. But with both of us, it's not even possible because he lives somewhere completely. He lives like literally like 50 kilometers from me. So it's not like after work I'm just gonna enter my car and just like, okay, I'm coming. No, it's not gonna work. I'm just too tired. And the guy is also, he's doing his masters in between, he's studying, he's going to work, and he's doing a lot. So yeah, but we are still talking, we're still vibing, the vibe is there, we understand each other, and I think that's what matters. Because if you like someone, you have to be understanding also, and you have to also have patience. And if you actually want to let it work, the relationship also, what you're establishing between both of you, you need to have time and also grace for the person also, because not everyone has time like that. Okay, not everyone has time like that, and not everyone has the kind of passion also like that. So I understand where it's coming from. But guys, this is not what I want to talk about. I actually want to talk about some crazy gist I saw online. And let me tell you something. There is just something about us Nigeria that we like the craziness, okay? And if you are like me, you are not Nigerian, no, but you like the crazy gist, you like the crazy story, then this podcast is exactly for you, okay? This podcast is exactly for you, because the way we will just be gisting and the dilemmas that I have sometimes, guys, is just crazy. And I always say, like, I need the faces to those dilemma also that are posted on Reddit, because some of you are crazy. I swear to God, some of you are so crazy. You just don't think when you post dilemma, and you just put your business out for the world to see. But you know what? We like the messiness. Over here, we love the messiness, we love the craziness, and we like to judge, okay? We like to judge people, but not in the craziest way, okay? We still keep it cute and cutesy over here, okay? Because there are still real people with real feelings out there. They're going through issues, and I'm here to give them my great advice as best as I can. I will give them the advice, okay? Even and are you ready to have sex? So, a lady has sparked reaction after opening up after about the difference between her husband's behavior during dating and after marriage. According to her, while they were dating, he would go to great lengths to apologize, including kneeling and even traveling overnight by road to Enugu just to make things right. However, she said things change after marriage, noting that he no longer shows the same level of effort or emotional display. Okay, we have a video, so we're gonna watch the video together, and then I'm gonna talk about this actually, what I think about it, because I just think this is crazy. Okay.
While going into marriage, that did not turn out to be the way I envisioned and imagined. I used to think my husband would always pamper me, like always pamper me. Because when I was dating my husband, he used to always pamper me. Sometimes if even he's apologizing to me, he will cry, he will kneel down. My husband traveled all the way from Lagos to Enugu by road at night when flight disappointed him, just to come and apologize to me because we were fighting. And he came to my house first thing the next day, as early as 7 a.m. He was at the door of my house knocking and asking my mommy, talk to Kosi Tochuko to forgive me now, begging for me now, I don't want to do this. And I was feeling myself, you guys. It's not like that again. It's not like that again. It's not like that again, I swear. I used to think that once you get into marriage, I used to tell my mom that once I get into marriage, I'll be doing the mekwe every day.
This is what I don't understand with some marriage people sometimes there, because I don't want to put myself inside the marriage people trouble niceness. So because some of you got see the way she's posting the video and smiling there is even like cuckoo for her head. God, they say don't wear for her head where. That time when your husband was kneeling, was doing this, was doing that, was doing her body. Imagine, she said the man came. The man would drive for Lagos to Onugu. Hey, whoa. Let me tell you something. If you don't, people don't know the difference between Lagos and Enugu. It's like when you travel like from, let's say for example, you travel from Cologne to Copeland, it's like that. You know, the distance is crazy. And the guy would travel that length just for him to apologize to her. Ha! Woman, you enjoy. I don't even know why she they complain. You they enjoy. That time the husband they complain. You they marry. You they do this. They do that for you. You don't complain. Now you know they do anymore. Maybe now you're husband and wife. So why should we be doing that? See, this is what I always tell people. Like, sometimes you have to understand something. The way men cut women nowadays is like the very first few weeks, they will be like, they will put 100% inside. They will be like, oh, I like her. They will pay. They will buy you flowers. They will rub your feet. They will pay the taxi for you. They will buy drinks, this, that, that. And if they lock in, they don't lock you down. That's when they finish. When they lock you down for house, it's finished. All this flower buying, all this apology, all this I will cook for you. He don't done. He don't know. He don't finish. Because he don't get what he wanted. He don't get what he wanted now. Now, you know, they do it anymore. So don't be surprised if you meet some men that are like that. If you want the kind of men, they will keep doing this kind of thing for you. Then you need to start overthinking your relationship again, or anything that the way you meet him. You need to start everything again from the beginning. That's what. After allegedly confessing to the murder of a friend, a Benue State Indian who died on Valentine's Day in February 2024 in circumstances a family has long described as suspicious. The claim was made public on Thursday, April 30, 2026 by the deceased brother, Gabriel Pava, who announced the development via a social media post in which he linked Rose reported mental breakdown directly to the alleged confession. Even in death, you are powerful more than them. Your jealous friends. She has confessed she has run mad. Peva directed his words at his late sister in an emotional charged tribute. Thank you, God, for your vengeance. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord of hosts. Late Munuga Gloria Peva, Aka Glow God, your friend is mad. I mean, Rose is mad. What a word. You warned me never to revenge your dead. I comply with a heavy heart, but now vengeance has taken its place. Keep resting in peace, my love, he added. The post draw the significant reactions online with one commenter who identified himself as a mutual friend of the deceased, revealing that he had reportedly warned Gloria to distance herself from Rose but had been unable to pursue her. I tried and tried and tried to make Gloria keep a wide gap from this serpent called Rose, but it didn't work. Alleging that Rose had manipulated Gloria and harbored hostility towards those who saw through her conduct. Events and issues came up occasionally that were obvious. The lady was highly diabolical and spiritual. She never liked me personally because she knew I was seeing through her like a transparent bag. She was manipulating Gloria like a toy, he stated. It must be noted that the allegation, oh my god, I can't read anymore. It must be noted that the allegations against Rose, including the claims of confession and the circumstances surrounding Gloria's death, as are as yet unverified by the law enforcement authorities, and no official police statement had been issued on the matter at the time of this report. The family has not indicated whether a formal criminal complaint is being pursued. Ha, no, well, see wahala. Anytime you say you need to be careful of your friends you are carrying around, now this is what they are talking about. Be careful of the friends you come around or they come around you. Be careful of people you surrender and you call them family, friends, and all those things. Be careful, because let me tell you something. This is the way some people does the downfall. But let's talk about some news that are actually trending now, guys. We have Lagos associate Ariket jailed 15 years over cocaine trafficking after lavish 60 years birthday. A Lagos high society figure, Fumilayo Ogwabaya, widely known as Ariket, has been handed a 15-year jail term after being convicted for a role in a cocaine trafficking operation linked to Saudi Arabia. Investigators disclosed that a total of 1.595 kilograms of cocaine was recovered during the operation involving her and an accomplice. The case proceeded to court, where she was ultimately found guilty after trial. In the same case, our associate Adeyemi Omolara. So, but guys, let's go actually to the dilemma for this episode, and then I'm gonna give you actually the movie to watch for this week, and then that's actually it, guys. So stay tuned. So guys, welcome back. We have a relationship dilemma on my hand this week, and the relationship dilemma is actually from Reddit. Like I always said, if I read out a dilemma on my podcast, it's not my own. It was not sent in. But if you want to be part of the show, and if you want to also send in your dilemma, send it also per my email. I'm always going to leave the email link there, so you can actually send your dilemma and we're going to read it on the show. But let's read this one out actually. I'm 23 male, sorry, I'm 32, sorry. I'm 32 female in my honeymoon with my wife, 33. It's been hell on earth until now. Okay, wait guys, let me drink something, because the way my okay. Let's read this dilemma, guys. I am a 32 female married to my wife for about a year now, and we've been together for 5 years. The relationship hasn't always been bad. The first 3 years were actually really good. I did notice some serious issues early on, like toxic behavior, poor money management, and the fact that she didn't really know how to live with someone else. But I always thought we could work through it. The last 2 years have been really difficult. It started with a wedding. We went from a 40K budget to 75K budget, and I paid about 90% of it. I made a lot of financial sacrifice while she just kept living her life as usual. The worst moment was 3 months before the wedding when, after everything had done, she told me she wanted a break. She said I was too depressed. At that time, my life was basically working from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. most days plus one day every weekend. I was heading straight into burnout. I would come home to a messy apartment full of clothing orders while I hadn't brought anything for myself in a year. There was no food ready. My partner was often mean to me and planning the wedding without involving me. So, yes, I was depressed. We still went through the wedding, but I regret it now. The main issue I have with her are those. First, she grew up as an only child in a very indulgent household where she was treated like a princess. She struggles with hearing no and has always had someone cleaning up after her. Sometimes it really feels like she has no basic idea of how to live with someone else. For example, she can knock over an open can of Coke and just leave it there all day without cleaning it. I genuinely don't understand how that's possible. Every day it's the same pattern. She tries on 5 outfits and leaves everything on the couch. She eats breakfast and leaves everything on the table. She comes back from work and drop her clothes and shoes in the middle of the room. After a shower, there is hair in the drain and makeup everywhere. If she cooks, everything stays on the counter, even things that should go back in the fridge. If she brings snacks to bed, the packaging ends up on the floor near bed and stays there. If I don't clean for one day, the next day is worse, then the worst again, and the apartment becomes a complete mess very quickly. Second, our relationship with money is a problem. She comes from a family that didn't have much, even if they still had help at home. Her parents made sacrifice to send her to a private school, but she never really learned how to manage money. For her, if there's money, it gets spent. At the same time, she compares herself to wealthier people around schoolwork who travel all the time and drive expensive cars. She envies that lifestyle and seems to think she deserves it somehow. Third, I feel like social media has really affected her. She can spend hours on TikTok watching unrealistic content, and it clearly she was trying to push me to my limit. She was very frustrating. She was very frustrating to not get an Instagram photo. She told me I ruined everything. She accused me of saying things I had never said and promising things I never promised. She said I do nothing for her, even thought the entire day had been about her, like the day before. When I pointed that out, she changed the topic subject and complained that I don't take pictures of her. I checked my phone and I took probably as much on her phone. I had taken 79 photos that day, mostly of her. When I showed her that, she changed the subject again. Today I was exhausted and we missed our trip to Mount Fuji. Yesterday, she said she probably wouldn't go. Today, she blamed me for not waking her up earlier. This isn't the first time something like this happened. When we traveled on a previous trip, our flight back got cancelled because of a strike. I needed to be back for work the next day, but she insisted on staying 3 more days on a small island. She literally told me to leave alone while she stayed on the beach without a hotel, without data, not even knowing if her credit card would work. There's no way to deal with her when she has those meltdowns. Sometimes I question how she can still behave like a child at 33. At the same time, we do have good moments and she can be loving and caring, but her negative side is becoming more and more overwhelming. I felt myself losing respect for her, especially when she spent entire evenings on TikToks and gets upset over things she sees on social media and wants to recreate. Everything she sees there becomes important and anything else doesn't matter. A lack of basic life skills, her tantrums over small things, the constant blaming, and the way she twists facts during arguments are exhausting. Most of the time, when I point out simple facts, she just changes the subject. I felt like hell sometimes. At the same time, after 5 years, it feels very hard to walk away. I keep trying to fix things, but it feels like we both think the other person is the problem. And maybe I'm not perfect either. I'm sure she has things to complain about too. I just don't know what to do anymore. Oh God. You know what? This dilemma is long, okay? But let's talk about this for a second. I don't want to talk too much about this dilemma because I just think you saw the red flags, like I always say, and you choose to ignore them. Even for men, I always say not only women, also for men. You saw the red flags, you choose to ignore the red flags because you try and you think you can change the person. But let me tell you something, and this is what I've been saying all the time. If you choose a person like this that is messy, not doing anything, is always on social media, is always nagging, and has mood swing and all those things, and you still choose to stay and marry this person, then please don't complain. Okay? Please don't complain. Because it started out for me with you set a budget for the wedding, and the budget, you overspend the budget that you were actually given to her. So you overspend it. Okay? First, that one. Second one, she's an only child. She's used to having people clean after her, having everyone do everything for her, getting whatever she wants. Her parents send her to a private school when they couldn't even afford a private school. They still managed to send her to a private school. It just showed me the lack of ambition she has there. Know how to save money, know how to put things back in order, know how to cook, to clean, to do all those things because you are used to those things. You know, your parents taught you how to do those things. And on the other hand, you have someone you are married to that doesn't know how to do those things, doesn't know how to spend money because they are used to a lifestyle that everyone is doing those things for her. You know what I mean? Now you are here, you are complaining, and you are saying, yeah, at the end, he said, I think she has things also she's complaining about him. Like, I know she may have something she's complaining about you, but bro, I don't know. 7 years in, 5 years in the marriage is not really long. And I just think if you are still there 5 years down the line, you are still there inside the marriage, you are still gonna stay, okay? After 5 years, you are not leaving. 2 years down, you didn't left. 3 years down, you didn't left. 4 years down, you didn't left. 5 years down, you still there and you are complaining. What did that shows me? You don't want to leave. So accept your karara. Accept it. Okay? Accept it. You are just gonna need to accept. At this point, you don't need to complain. Just accept it and go with it. And God will go with both of you. Because me, I don't know what to say about this. Because I will tell these people like, you saw the red flags from the beginning. You choose to stay. You think you can change the person. You are not Bob the Builder, okay? You are not Bob the Builder. You are not there that the relationship to build someone or to change the person, okay? You are not Bob the Builder, okay? If you don't like something, talk about it. And if the person decided not to change, and you see there are things that you are not going to tolerate in a marriage or relationship you've never tolerated your whole life. So now, why are you there and still tolerating this bullshit? And you are telling me, yeah, she does this, she does that. You go on a trip, she's shopping, she's doing that. She's always constantly on TikTok. I just think she wants to have this fabulous life. She wants to be rich, famous. She wants to have nannies, people taking care of her. That's the lifestyle she wants. And you are not the kind of person for that. You need to leave. You need to leave. Pack your bags, pack your plans, and leave. Okay? And if it's your house, you are the one paying the rent, then you need to bring her back to her parents. Let her go back to her parents, and they need to take care of their kids themselves. 33, and she's still like this, she's not going to change. Let me tell you something. She is not going to change. You can say whatever you want. I get it. It's frustrated. I just think it came online to vent on Reddit. I just think it's just tired. He needs somebody to listen to him. I just think he went on Reddit to vent because he's just tired, and I get it. But a person that is like this is not going to change. She's not going to change, okay? It's either she sees herself the mistake, she sees those things for herself, and she chooses to change, but you cannot change her. Send her back. Pack her back and send her back to her parents so they can take care of her. 33, and you are still like this. She's not going to change. I'm sorry. We see time and time again people with 65 years old, 60 years old, they are still living this playboy life. They think they are whatever, they are playboy, they are this player, they have multiple women outside, they cheating, doing this, doing that. They're not going to change, okay? This dupe didn't change 40 years ago. It's not going to change with 60 years ago. Now it's not going to change with 60. It's the same with her. With 33, she's not changing. She's not going to change. And you clearly are not the guy for her. I'm just saying. We're going to leave it there, guys. And yeah, guys, let's go to the last one from the movie I want to actually recommend for you guys to go and watch on YouTube. And I'm going to leave it in the description box downstairs so you can actually check the site out where you can watch the movie. And of course, it's free charge. You don't need to pay a cent for those movies, okay? Stay tuned, guys. So like I said before, the movie that I'm gonna recommend you guys is of course a YouTube movies. I always recommend like 5 movies actually, but this week I said we're gonna actually recommend only one movie. The movie that I have for you is a Yoruba movie, and it's also with description online, and you don't need to actually wonder that why she recommend movie that I don't understand. No problem. The movie is also in English, guys, and you can actually watch the movie. The name of the movie is ERI IFE, and the movie is actually starring Yinka Akwari, Fatia Balogun, and we have Fausat Balogun also, and we have also, and this Yoruba movie, after his first wife death, jealousy grows in a blended family. The favorite daughter's success fuels hatred. She vanished, presumed dead, until a shock return exposed the unexpected culprit. So, like I said before, go and check this movie out. I don't know if there's a part 2 to this movie. The movie is currently out. It came out on the 4th of May this year. You can watch the movie on the channel Eleda TV. That's where the movie is. But I'm gonna leave it in the description box so you can actually check this movie out. Like I said, the movie name is ERI IFE. So guys, we are at the end of this week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Thank you for being my guest. I hope you like this episode. Let me actually know in the comment section what you think about this episode. And yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to check out my TikTok, my YouTube channel, and also if you want to check out the full-length video on YouTube, I'm gonna leave this description box in the I'm going to leave a link in the description box so you can check those ones out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and stay blessed, guys. Have a good weekend, guys. Bye, guys.